There are a lot of reasons why Willamette is an exceptional institution. And in many respects, I think it starts with the faculty. We ask more than students think that they can give, and then we try to provide the resources so that they can thrive.
You're not a good teacher unless you can actually creatively meet students who come with a very diverse range of backgrounds.
They go out of their way to cater to the specific needs of individuals. They understand that people learn in different ways.
It's not just about growing our intellectual selves. It's about growing our compassion and how we can bring these skills to service. And they require us to have conversations across divides, across languages, across cultural differences.
I would say one of the unique things about Willamette is our affiliation with Tokyo International University and our American Studies program.
I really wanted to study Japanese and study abroad in Japan, and Willamette University has such a great connection to Japan through TIUA and TIU.
If I live in together with other students, we have a lot of chance to hang out together. It is also a really good practice for me to speak in English.
I had the chance of having an ASB student as my roommate. I was able to interact with a different culture almost directly.
We do an exchange with the Kathmandu Jazz Conservatory. Next semester, I'm taking students and faculty to Jalapa, Mexico to perform there.
The wide variety of people I've met here from different backgrounds has been tremendous in shaping my perspective of the world and how communities and groups work together.
It's easy to come to a college, take a test, get your grade and move on. It is an entirely different question to go into a classroom asking yourself, how does this connect to the society around me? How do I take this information and use it to actually do something in the world?
What does it take in order to be civically engaged? One of the first things you need is access. Willamette University has greater proximity to the state capitol than any other school in the country. Willamette graduates are working deeply in the governor's office, up and down the justice system, working for advocacy organizations. So our students have proximity and a network of Willamette alums that they can tap into.
The proximity to the Capitol helps Willamette, but Willamette also works hard to make that work for its students because Willamette has an internship class where you get credit for interning, so the time you're spending in the Capitol also counts.
My first interactions with the Capitol were with Causa Oregon, Oregon's immigrants' rights organization. I was just at the bill signing for tuition equity bill that would allow undocumented students to have access to higher education.
Good job, you guys. My internship really taught me about making big picture change, and now I'm working for Our Oregon, which is one of the largest progressive groups in Oregon that really makes a huge difference on the ballot every single year.
I think it's really important that students are part of the process and that we're engaged in the conversations with potential bills, and if we're part of those conversations, you can let your voice be heard.
There are probably at any given time at least a couple of hundred Willamette students and graduates in the Capitol.
The kinds of students that we want to be proud of are students who understand the profound relationships between environment, economics, and social justice, and will go out and protect those as educated people.
It's much more than just simply environmental sustainability. It's about cultural sustainability and social sustainability, and that you can't be environmentally sustainable unless you're also socially sustainable, and that you're thinking about questions of social justice.
It's completely changed my life in the way that I think about how I affect the people around me and the place that I'm living in.
It's about how to be a good neighbor, to keep your global community functioning.
Your hope is that you have opportunities to transform, to learn and grow throughout the process to make you a well-rounded person coming out, a global citizen.
We have to deliver on the promise of creating a just, green, healthy, fair society.
A number of our students choose to do a double degree.
The two degrees together are so vastly superior that students, I think, are very well served by the combination.
I was able to be 22 and interviewing for jobs with an MBA. And I think it just really catapulted me into a career.
For students who know they want to be an attorney and are doing well as undergraduates, they can do the BA and the JD in 6 years instead of 7.
And at a time when education is so expensive, being able to cut a year off can be hugely important.
I can't think of any other institution who can provide this breadth of opportunities in education.
You should come here if you want to be challenged. You should come here if you think that the world is big and worth exploring. You should come here if you want to run towards and not away from difficult ideas. That's why you should come here.